我离婚了。
I got divorced, but not long after I regretted it. Now it's too late to say anything because my ex-husband won't agree to remarry me. My personal experience tells you women never get divorced lightly. Over 90% of women regret it afterward. My realization after the divorce is that if a woman wants to have a good life in her marriage, she must never be too domineering. Because I was too domineering, I found fault with everything my ex-husband did. I always felt that nothing he did was good enough and everything he did was wrong, and I desperately wanted to mold him into the person I wanted. I always felt it was because I hadn't found the right person, but I never looked for the reasons within myself.
我离婚6年了。
I've been divorced for 6 years and I haven't remarried. It's not that I don't want to remarry, nor that I'm picky. I'm just afraid of meeting the wrong person and being hurt. In recent years, statistics like 6 out of 10 couples get divorced have frequently appeared on social media, sparking much discussion. Statistics show that about 30% of divorces occur within 5 years of marriage, especially between 3 and 5 years, with a peak around 7 years of marriage. Many couples reach the point of divorce not only because of the financial pressures brought by the birth of children, but also because they are overwhelmed by reality. High housing prices, soaring childcare costs. Today, marriage is no longer just a union of two people, but a heavy challenge faced by the entire family. As a 34-year-old single mother, I tell you that you must take your child with you in a divorce. In 2024, my marriage encountered fundamental problems. Without a car or a house, I resolutely moved with my child. After a year of separation, we finally agreed to a divorce, and I gained custody. Now I'm living alone with my daughter in a rented apartment. When I got divorced, many people advised me not to take the child, saying I was still too young and could remarry. It's ridiculous. From the moment I decided to divorce, I never thought about remarrying, let alone abandoning my child. I've raised my child alone since birth. I fed her, stayed up all night. I poured my heart and soul into her. No one loves her more than I do. Before the divorce, I was also working and raising my child alone, unable to rely on anyone else. After the divorce, I was even more worried about leaving her behind. The blogger says that after the divorce, she endured all the hardships and never let her daughter suffer any injustice. She works during the day, takes care of her child at night, and still manages to squeeze in time for her social media work. She worked tirelessly to earn money, enduring countless hardships and heartaches along the way. Watching her child grow up day by day, becoming more and more sensible, filled her with genuine joy. She reminded the females, if you get divorced, you must take the children if possible. Raising children certainly requires a financial foundation, but children need their mother's companionship even more. Spend more when you have money, spend less when you don't. As long as you have hands and feet, they won't starve. For children, a mother's presence is the warmest support. I only realized the importance of partner role after my divorce. I've been divorced for 4 years now, and I'm starting to frequently consider remarrying. I know you'll laugh at me, thinking, how can you be so pessimistic? Haven't you suffered enough in marriage yet? Isn't it better to earn your own money and spend it freely? Actually, there are 2 possibilities for why you feel good about living alone. One is that you're still young, busy having fun, making money, and traveling, like I was before my 30s. But eventually, you'll pass through youth and enter middle age. You'll see through many things, and you won't pursue so many things anymore. The blogger says that another reason you feel good about living alone after divorce is that you still have family around. Even if your small family broke up, you still have your parents. You're not truly alone. But your parents will eventually grow old and leave you. When the world seems to leave you feeling utterly alone, the overwhelming loneliness is often unbearable. She said she felt much lighter after her divorce. There were no more arguments, but soon an unprecedented sense of loneliness washes over her. The house is eerily quiet. Grocery shopping, cooking, housework, it's all done alone. Whether you're happy, tired, or sad, no one knows. She said she dreaded weekends the most. No one talks to her, so she can only endlessly shop and buy things, filling the void with busyness and consumption. But when the excitement fades, the emptiness remains. Even when I'm exhausted from work, I still insist on cooking. Someone messaged me privately saying, "Aren't you tired raising your son alone? Your son is suffering with you." There were even harsher comments. It's not that I don't want to give my child to his father. If his father were truly good, I wouldn't be subjected to domestic violence. Is it really good to live with someone who is lazy and loves gambling? Even when I'm exhausted, I will keep my son with me. I admit my abilities are limited. I can't provide a very luxurious lifestyle right now, but I'm constantly trying. and I believe things will get better. The blogger said that her son has been proactively helping with household chores since first grade, such as washing dishes, doing laundry, and cleaning shoes. He's also very sensible. Sometimes when he sees his mother is tired, he'll help by massaging her back and bringing her water to wash her feet. He also makes her worry-free about his studies as he completes his homework on time every day. Seeing how considerate her child was, she felt all the hardship and exhaustion were worthwhile.
10个离婚女
9 out of 10 divorced women regret it. This is a conclusion I've drawn from years of experience in the marriage industry. Those who constantly claim that changing husbands will bring happiness, let me tell you, very few of them will actually be happy in the end. Because after a divorce, women experience these 3 major disappointments. The first disappointment is the inability to find someone better than their ex-husband. Many women, when they divorce, believe they can definitely find someone who earns more, is more handsome, and treats them better. But I can tell you definitively, thinking this way shows you haven't truly understood life. The blogger believes that finding someone better than your ex after a divorce is unrealistic. The second disappointment comes from the children. When a child needs their parents' company most, your absence during their childhood creates a sense of loss and trauma that money cannot compensate for. Thirdly, there's the disparity in status after remarriage. You may have painstakingly found a suitable partner, but once you enter their family, you find yourself feeling more like an outsider, even a nanny, than a member of the family. In contrast, recalling your original family, your ex-husband giving you his salary, your child clinging to you and depending on you, wasn't that lifer? This is a major reason why many women consider remarriage after divorce.
全网都在找离婚带娃的爸爸们。
The whole internet is looking for divorced dads with kids. I want to ask you, what do you want from us? You just want to know if we regret the divorce. I tell you, no. You just want to know if you would go back to your ex-wife if she came back? I can tell you firmly, definitely not. If you ask me if I regret raising the child, I tell you no. The child is my own. Why wouldn't I raise them? If you don't even raise your child, are you even human?
奉劝所有准备想要离婚的这些姐妹
I advise all the sisters who are considering divorce, if you can avoid divorce, then don't. Almost everyone I know who has been divorced regrets it. You might think divorce can solve everything, but you may not have considered the immense regret it will leave on your children. At this point, some people might say, oh, what era are we living in? Marriage is a matter of personal choice. What men can do, women can do too. I can live well with my children without a man. But I tell you, the truth is, most single mothers are actually unhappy. The blogger says she has observed many people around her who have reached the point of divorce, and there are roughly the following common reasons. First, both spouses lack the awareness to manage their marriage. Many people, when faced with problems, immediately shift the blame to their partner, rarely reflecting on their own shortcomings. Second, a lack of effective communication. Many people, when reflecting on their previous marriage, always shift the blame to their partner, rarely reflecting on whether they truly sat down and communicated properly with them. Third, imbalanced family relationships. Some men work hard all day but come home feeling unwelcome. Some women also feel they give a lot but are ignored. Both sides feel wronged and conflicts accumulate.
女人离婚后还有家吗
Does a woman still have a home after a divorce? Divorced women are the hardest. Without their own home, they can only wander the world, making their home wherever they go. They can't go back to their husband's family, and their own family isn't really a home anymore. It's just relatives. I got divorced with nothing and settled in Hefei City with my 6-year-old daughter. I dread holidays the most because everyone else is having a lively New Year's greeting. But my daughter and I have no relatives to visit, making the already lacking festive atmosphere even lonelier. There are only 5 days left until the Chinese New Year. Last year, my daughter and I spent the New Year in our rented apartment. All the neighbors went home for the holidays, and the whole neighborhood is empty, as if only my daughter and I are left. We could only turn the TV up really loud and make it feel less lonely.
虽然我是一个单亲妈妈，
Although I am a single mother, I never advise others to divorce easily because I know all too well how difficult it is to raise a child alone. Especially when there is no one to help and you have to work while taking care of a child, it's incredibly difficult. If you really reach the point of divorce, I suggest you first consider whether you meet the following criteria. Either you have the support of your family who are willing to help you take care of the child, or you have sufficient financial support to meet your living needs, or you have a stable job and income. If you meet all of these, then there's really nothing to hesitate about. The blogger says that if you don't have the ability and financial resources to raise a child alone, you must carefully consider it and not divorce easily. Otherwise, raising a child alone after a divorce will be extremely difficult. When she divorced, fortunately she has the support of her family. Her mother is willing to help her take care of the child, which gives her more support. However, because her work is in Shanghai, she had to leave her daughter in her hometown for the sake of livelihood, making her a left-behind child. For her, this is a helpless decision.
我离婚快3年了。
I've been divorced for almost 3 years, and my ex-wife and I have twins, a boy and a girl. This morning, regarding the 2 children, my ex-wife contacted me for the first time, and the results surprised both of us. Here's what happened. This morning, I was busy at my shop when I suddenly received a call from my ex-wife. It's been 3 years since our divorce, and this is the first time she's called me proactively. The ex-wife said on the phone, "I know you're busy with work, and I've been too embarrassed to bother you. The 2 children are about to start middle school, and the expenses are increasing. My company isn't doing very well right now, and my salary has been reduced. Although you've increased the child support you give each month, it's still not enough." The blogger said, "The children are our own flesh and blood. This money is what I should be paying." He then transferred $1,400 to his ex-wife. His ex-wife thanked him profusely on the other end of the phone, not expecting her ex-husband to be so generous. Her ex-husband's understanding and responsibility left her with mixed feelings. You need to understand one thing. What exactly is our relationship now? There's a child in the middle. What else is there between us? I'm asking you. As long as there's a child, we have a relationship. Don't keep bringing up the child. I'm already being very kind by letting you take care of the child. It's already very good. You need to know when to stop. Don't push your luck. You need to know that I don't need you to teach me what to do, and I know exactly what I'm doing. You were like this when we were together, chauvinistic and domineering. Believe it or not, you'll find someone else who's the same. All men are chauvinistic, I am telling you. If time could turn back, I really wish I could go back 13 years to 2011, the year I was 25 and the year I got married. Later in 2013, my daughter was born. Because she was premature, my daughter and I spent $5,800 in the intensive care unit. I was in intensive care for 15 days, and my daughter stayed in an incubator for almost a month. Of course, they did pay for it, and I am truly grateful, really, but they never gave me any more money after that. The blogger said that later she went to work in a big city alone, leaving her young child with her mother-in-law. She thought that with her family's help, her child would be well cared for. Later, she learned that her mother-in-law often took her toddler daughter to play cards, neglecting to care for the child. At that moment, she felt both heartache and guilt, and ultimately decided to bring the child to live with her. No matter how difficult it would be, she would raise her herself. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, or share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.